What's up, guys? I am back again. Today we have PlayStation 4, and as you can see, the fan, these vents, this thing needs to be cleaned up. So I've already popped the top off, and we are going to take this thing apart and clean it up. So we need a security bit, and I think I used this one. No, it's too big. This one. I don't know if that's it or not. That might be it. That is a Torx T9. Let's go with the 8. See what the 8 does. Yeah, I think the 8 fits a little better. So we're gonna need a Torx T8 to get some of these screws out of here. Yeah, T8 works good. So I'm going to take this apart. Then we're going to clean it up. Put it back together. I have a... Ooh, that one's bigger. I got to remember that. It's longer on the left side. You know what? I'll just... What is that? Is that a... Yeah, it's a regular. Oops. All right, so let's do this right. There's a Torx right there. We got to get under that sticker. Let me find something to get under that sticker. And I'll take the hard drive out. Well, it doesn't look like that sticker's ever been moved. Wow. I don't know though. We'll see. At least that screw is still in there. This, pull that sideways. The Torx screw came from there. Pull that sideways. There's a Sony screw in there that I'm gonna have to unscrew. So let's find a Phillips head that should fit everything. Should be this one. I'll show you the Sony screw. There it is. Take that out. And that should let us take the hard drive out. Now this 500, this Slim only has a 500 gig hard drive in it, so I'm gonna swap that out while I got it all apart. I'll put that up there. Ooh, look at that. I think whoever had this might have been a smoker. Yeah. I used to be a smoker myself, but I'm not anymore. So I think we need to pull this up. And I think it comes this way. Yeah, we're gonna pull these up. All right, we got it almost. All right, so you get it popped up, and then you gotta pull it back, and then you got it off there. Now, as you can see, look at that. It's terrible in there. So we're gonna set that aside. We'll clean that up in a minute. This, however, has dust bunnies all over the place. Look at that. Yeah. I have a blower, but I'm gonna need a vacuum, so 1 second. All right, so it's gonna need some cleaning. So we're gonna have to clean, but I remembered that I forgot to get thermal paste today, so we're gonna need to reapply some thermal paste once we go to put this thing back together. So I'm gonna continue to take it apart. Oh, gross. This thing. Mm-hmm. This thing is terrible right now. But it's gonna be good when after I finish it. After I clean this joint up. Yeah, after I clean this thing up, this thing's gonna be good to go. But let's continue here. All right. So let me look around here and see where all the screws are. I'm gonna take a picture of this too. Is there no more security bits here? Okay. See. I took apart a Pro about a week or so ago. Let's get those pictures taken so I know where to put stuff back at. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna label these things. Just a pencil. There's a ton of these screws. All right, let me. Oh, there's one right there too. Missed that one. Ooh. Not only did I miss it, I dropped it, and I have no idea where it went. All right, hang on a second there, boyos. All right, black screws coming out now. There's a ton of screws in this thing. Wow. Every time I get one out, I notice one that I missed. That one? Is that one? Yes. Here. Here. Still. I'm telling you, there's more than 15 of these black screws. Okay. I think I got them all. Let me give it the once over here. I'm unplugging these. Most of these you can just pull out. There's one here that you have to flip up the locking mechanism so you can pull it out. And then this, pull that out. Oh my gosh. Look what we have here. More screws. Those two may be the last two. There's a screw. That's that security bit. Right smack dab in the middle. Now I think we can get this thing off. Yes. All those pads stay intact. Now, I think we're going to take this board out and then take this board out. Then we'll get the power supply out. This fan, I think. Man, it's in there. Get that thing. We don't want to break anything. And some of these little fan things are hard to grab onto. Yeah, and I don't want to. Let me adjust this thing so I can. Well, how about this? I will unscrew these first. This is holding the heat sink onto the main chip. Let's see if that'll come out, or if there's any more screws I gotta pop up. Does it come up this way? It does. I feel like something is holding it. Any more screws in there? I think these are screws for the I think it's power supply screw. Yeah. This damn thing right here has got to come off. There we go. Now let's try this. Oh, there's something in there on this side that's holding it. This definitely needs new thermal paste. One of these chips doesn't even have a thermal pad on top of it. I'm not 100% sure that nobody's been in this before. So we'll clean that off there. I'm gonna have to get thermal paste tomorrow. Yeah, that needs to be cleaned up good. And we gotta get a thermal pad there for that. There is the power supply. Let's see if we can get that unplugged. All right, that's unplugged. So there's a screw here. And then we may be able to let's see what we got here. Don't know when I took that screw out. I'm not going to pull out the disk drive. That was a long one. A little long. All right. Ooh. Look at that. That is fucking gross. Gosh, man. So this is as far as we're gonna go tonight. Like I said, I gotta get that thermal paste and a couple of thermal pads and then clean all this up real good and then we can put it back together. But we're gonna stop here for now. So I will see you guys on the next video. All right, peeps. We are back. I'm gonna try to put this thing back together. This piece here, I have no freaking idea where it came from or where it goes. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So first things first, we put the fan back. Oh, I don't think one goes there. I think one goes here. No. Here. Well, I thought I knew what I was doing, but hey, we'll figure it out. And hopefully it'll still work when it goes back together. Ah. All right. Gotta move all these. Now I'm thinking that all right, I think we're almost there. Okay, yeah. We got all those out of the way. All the wires out of the way. Yep. Now, as far as this goes, I don't remember how many screws. I think there was one here and one here. But still, this thing, I think this thing showed up. I don't know where it showed up at. I thought there was a screw hole there, but it's not. Hey, let me look at this thing really quick and see where these damn screws go. Yeah, somewhere it says it's a screw guide. But I don't know where it goes. Excuse me. And I don't see anywhere on here where it may go. Because it would have two. Does it go there? I don't think it goes there. It may go there. It could go there. Looks like it fits. I would say it goes there, but I'm going to double check. So, one sec. All right. So that's where that goes. Confirmed. Now I think I'm gonna move this really quick before I lose it. What I think. No, that doesn't go there. Does that go there? No. Where the hell does it go? Does it go there? All right. I think there's 2 screws that I put in here that will. Okay. Hold that plate on. That one and that one. Those 2 long ones. All right. Now that goes there. So now it's going to be motherboard. I got to clean this thermal paste off here. And I got to clean up these USB ports and these ports. No, these 3 have thermal pads. There was one missing. And I thought these were supposed to have thermal pads on them too. Oh yeah, they do. So I'm going to be replacing thermal pads here, 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 here. And here, here, and here, and here. So give me a moment. And we'll be right back, and all of this will be cleaned up and thermal pads will be on. All right, so thermal paste has been applied. It looks a little sloppy, but it'll do the job. Thermal pads, new thermal pads are put there. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this motherboard on, and we'll install that. Gotta make sure all these connectors are out of the way. You see, I got that piece on there. Let's go up under there. Move these. Move these out of the way. All right. We can plug all our stuff back in. That's plugged back. I was going to say, man, there's something that goes right there. This goes here. Okay. I'm thinking now. I don't know if I should have plugged back in the power supply first. Or if we're good. But I think we're good. I think we're good. And this. All of that is plugged back in. I don't know. I think there's a heat sink piece that I put on there that maybe shouldn't be there. No, I don't know. Everything looks okay. So I think this is next. So I think that goes there. And then we'll flip it over, put the power supply back on. I gotta cut some more thermal pads, so back in a moment. All right, put this back on. Meanwhile, while I was um doing a little off-camera work, um cleaning up the cover that I'm about to put back on and cutting these little thermal pads, I decided that I had to have missed a screw somewhere underneath this motherboard. So I proceeded to pull everything out that I had already done. Pulled it all out. And realized that I hadn't missed anything. So I had to put it all back together. So here we are, thermal pads in. All of our wires are hooked back up. No, oh, this goes, okay, we're gonna pop this back off. Because that goes on. Where we at here? Come on. Oh, see that? Okay, one moment. All right. So we're gonna put this on. Where did that come from? I don't know. I'll figure that out in a minute. Okay. All of these need to be out of the way. Put this top on. All right. Put this thing back together. And hope it works. So I don't know if I said or not, but this PS4, I got it off Facebook Marketplace. Dude sold it to me for $60. Gave me two controllers. One controller is a generic PlayStation 2 controller, but the rest, I mean, the other one is an okay controller. Now I'm wondering where this other small one goes. I marked a lot of places where things go. I got one more small one. It's a large one. That one. Here. Yeah, here. No. There was I don't know. Got one more long one left. I have a L right here. Now, I don't know. I don't know. I do have these two long ones, but I think they go on the other side. Let me look at my pictures really quick. Screw does go there, but all right. So, yeah, there's a screw that I have no idea. I'm guessing I put a large screw where a small screw should be. So I have one small screw left, and I need one large screw, but I don't have it. So now we're doing the black screws. And these, there's a ton of these. There's a ton of these black ones. But I know one thing. This thing is 100% better than it was. 100%. Some of this, some of it, I mean, it, like, when I got it, it smelled really strong, like a smoker had it. But, you know, I'm hoping with all the cleaning that I have done to it, we have eliminated that. All right. 2 more black screws. And I'm trying to remember where they go. I don't feel like there's a screw there. I think they go here. Well, maybe not. Okay. All right. So, oh no, I got 2 more. Wow. Okay, that's it. 2 more black screws, and I'm trying to figure out maybe one goes here. Luckily I took some pictures. Okay. I I don't know, man. All right, there we go. I think I have sorted it out. I think I've sorted it out. All the screws, well, with the exception of this one. Jeez, where did that go? Hmm. Okay, let me give this thing the once over really quick and see if I can find where this screw goes. One moment. All right, guys. Well, I've given it the once over, and I don't see where that screw could go. So we're gonna move along with putting this back together. me my air blower really quick. All right. So this go this way. All right, so there's the back cover, bottom cover. Hard drive. Back in. Sony screw. Right there. Security screw. What do we need? This hard drive cover. All right. That's that. Feels like I did not clean or dust the top. But I thought I did. I thought I did. Oh yeah, I didn't clean the top. All right. Gotta clean the top. And I gotta get these damn stickers off of the top. You covered up the PlayStation logo with a sticker. All right. Well, I will clean that top later. In the meantime, we'll just take this top. This PlayStation, I'm gonna have to take it apart and see what's going on with it. But in the meantime, we'll take the top from it and clean it up a little bit and use its top. And then it can use that top. It's all sticking up and whatnot. And so this one works and that one doesn't. Well, this one worked before I took it apart. So, moment of truth. Here's the power cable. HDMI. Let me see if I can capture this. Throw this into the capture card. And see what we got. I'm going to change my source to the PlayStation. And we will see what happens. All right, and right now we're going for it. I'm turning the power on. What do we got? You know, we probably got nothing because it reset the DRM. That's probably what we're looking at right now. The DRM settings. Oh, could have been a loose cable. Yep. We got nothing. So, let me do some troubleshooting here. Okay, so the good news is it is alive. It is alive, and let me change that setting really quick, and then I can put it up. All right, there we go. It works. It's blowing very cool. It works. I don't know if I have any games that don't need to a long period of time to install. Let's see, is this a 500 gig? I was gonna put a terabyte in this, but I may not. I'm just giving this away. I'm gonna give it away to one of my buddies, her and her son. Okay, where's storage at? Oh, there we go. No, it's a terabyte. After all the system settings and all that crap, you only end up with like 870. So, yeah, it's definitely a terabyte. Excellent. I don't have to do anything. Okay, this is ready to go. All right, guys. Well, it took us a while, but we tore it apart and we put it back together, and everything is good. So, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Later.